What it do is go is popping, y'all. It's your homie ATM.
And it's your boy O.
And we are the Lingo, baby. And we are back again with season 4, part 2.
Episode 9.
No, that's military time, bro. Come on, how you gonna fuck up the intro while I'm trying to figure it out?
You got it. Go ahead.
Damn, son. I lost my train.
It's season 4, part 2,
to episode 5.
Right.
If you're doing military time, it's season 4, episode 10 in total.
Yes.
You know, it's a beautiful rounded out number. I love when my numbers line up like that.
Right.
You know, 5, 10, you know, I like
15,
that.
20, 25, 30. Okay.
No way. No way. Anyways, on today's episode, we have an amazing guest. Wow, that took me for a second. I'm sorry. Damn, I've known you for how long now?
I don't even know. Like high school, I think.
Yeah, like
Ooh.
about roughly 5 years. Yeah, I always like meet people in one-offs, like instances, and then end up like collaborating with them at some point in the future. You
Right.
know, Amadi on the first episode. You know.
Yeah.
That's how life works,
Look
man.
at you, man. You
Brooklyn,
do the network.
Brooklyn, dumb small. Anyways,
You're
but
stupid.
nah. With that being said, I'm gonna let you introduce yourself the best way you know how to. You know, I feel like people like to put their own words to shit. You know.
Shit. Wait, can I curse?
Yeah, go ahead.
yeah,
Do whatever you
absolutely.
want.
It's your episode.
I don't wanna, I ain't wanna censor it. You feel me? But how you guys doing? I'm Mr. Cloop. My full name is Zach. But I have a clothing brand. It's called Cloopy. A lot of people ask me what Cloopy is. I usually say Cloopy is undefined because you can't find it in the dictionary. But essentially, Cloopy means to be within your own loop or within your own self. Like back in high school, the lingo was like, yo, if you loopy or you looped in, like you part of everything, like you know what's going on, this, that, and the third. But personally, I was always looped in, but I like to stay to myself because that's just who I am. So then, that's how Cloopy started. The name kind of stuck. Then I made a clothing brand, and now we here.
Word, very, very Max B, very Silver Surfer. You know what I'm saying? It's always gonna keep it loopy.
You
You know what
know.
I'm saying?
How long you going now with the brand?
Damn, I think I started Cloopy like 2019 summer, so honestly it hasn't been that long, but like I planned it the whole 2018 before I even dropped anything. Like I just drew, like I just did like multiple sketches, a lot of stuff. Like there's a lot of sketches that I haven't even dropped yet. There's a lot of sketches that I'm reusing just in different ways just because I'm real like if I see something that I didn't like the first season, then I'm gonna just rework it and finesse it better. But yeah, it's only been like 2 years, going on 3.
Do you have a long like history of drawing? So like you be sketching.
Honestly, not really. Like I was drawing my notebooks in class because
I felt
more
that.
time I was probably bored.
Yeah,
It's
just
like
zoned out.
Yeah, just chatting. But eventually, like I used to just draw eyes in my notebook, and so like Cloopy has 2 O's, so I just thought about combining the 2 O's with the eyes, and then that's how it kind of started.
Word. So some of those like early drawings made to like the first season.
Yeah.
Do you still have those notebooks and stuff?
Yeah, definitely. I wouldn't even say I look back at them, but some of them like I have in this portfolio that I just like keep in the cut. And probably like my favorite drawing is like my drawing from middle school. I ain't gonna lie. Like I gave my nickname Zach Love, and then like that was like my first real like graffiti of anything, and it was like, damn, that's kind of fire. You feel me? So that I haven't like I took a break, just like I don't know, I wasn't like interested in it. But then like probably like sophomore year, junior year, I just started doodling back in my notebooks again. It's like kind of just stuck. I'm sitting like my freshman year of college. I'm just like, damn, this college shit fake whack. But if you're in college, stay in school, do your thing. You know what I'm saying? Like, you gotta know what you want to do in life per se. Like, if you know you want to be a doctor, you can't drop out of college. You feel me? Or if you know you want to be an engineer, you probably need that master's degree,
Right.
PhD, whatever. You know what I'm saying? So I'm not gonna say school is not for everybody, but you just gotta know what you want out of life. And I'm not saying you can't not go back to school too.
Yeah.
But you take the time to figure out what you want in life, and you just strive towards it.
Yeah. So would you say like your end of high school year, people like just pushing towards like college and shit, where they're not like, or was it, or did you have this idea beforehand?
Yeah, like I had the idea beforehand. Like, you know, I think. Well, I would hope everybody watch Project X, but you know, like,
Yo,
you know what I'm saying. But like,
shit created a generation.
yeah, but it's like, if you watch Project X when you was in high school, it's like, damn, like you know, high school in Brooklyn is not like that at all. So it's like,
shitting me. Yeah, he just told us a story about a party that was like that.
But it's like, you thinking that like you about to go away to school, it's about to be hella lit.
It's gonna be like that.
You feel me? But I went upstate to like the Bondies.
Where'd you go?
I went to Brockport. That's like 6 hours away, in like this little town. Like I could probably walk the whole shit. You know what I'm saying? So it's like coming from the city. It's like nah.
It's not it. It's not it at all.
It's not it. You know what I'm saying? But it was like I met some really dope people in Brockport. Don't get me wrong. Like it wasn't a wasted year. Like I planned out Cloopy, so it wasn't like I didn't learn nothing. You feel me? At the time, I was studying criminal justice too, so I felt like that helped me also understand what was going on in the world from like a different perspective. Because it was like I was studying what the cops are doing, like how they get trained, all this, that, and the third. So it kind of just made me put a lot of stuff into perspective.
No doubt.
I'm not gonna lie, I felt like you had the brand longer.
Yeah.
I feel like for me the reason I thought that was like, cause like I've been tuned in since it dropped for the first time, so I was like worried, but like you've done a lot for it, you know, since like you've been pretty consistent for a long period of time now.
Yeah.
You know, like thankfully, you know, just for the sake of the brand and everything, that it's like like in my head I was like, yo, this shit, I feel like this shit's been out for like a good 4, like something like that, like.
Honestly, what it is cause like I took a year just to draw like a bunch of different shit. So it was like the shirt you wearing right now, like I was probably like, funny story about that joint. My phone cracked like 1 year. Well, my phone cracked sometime. And I'm working. This is when I'm working in restaurants, so I also have a passion of cooking, being a chef. That's a whole other story. But I'm working in restaurants. My phone screen is fucked up, so it's like it's hard to even look at my phone late at night. So I was just drawing on the train for like probably like a month, 2 till I got my phone fixed, and that's how that joint came about. And so I was like, oh nah, this shit fake hard. Like I don't know what I was on. I definitely probably smoked a spliff, and I was just like, I'm just drawing on the train. I said I'm gonna draw a face. Then it turned into an afro. Then I started drawing faces within the afro. So it was like, nah, hold on, this kind of fire. So like I didn't release it right away. You feel me? I just started drawing like a bunch of different stuff. Cause even like when you start doing clothing, you gotta go into graphic design and shit. So I had to figure out a way to take my drawings and put them on the computer, all that type of stuff.
Is it hard switching from like drawing on pen and paper and like doing like digital drawings? I feel like a lot of people are getting into that way of like getting like the Apple Pen. Feel me? And start like.
Yeah, honestly, I have an Apple Pen, I have an iPad, and honestly, I bought it like early last year. It's even crazy to say last year. I feel like we still in the same year. You feel me? But I bought it like early last year, and honestly, I have not used the Apple Pen or my iPad to really draw.
What's the purpose of an Apple Pen? Like, is that like?
I mean, honestly, it's just cause me, like the way how I started, I just started drawing on my phone, like me and my finger, just drawing. So it's like a lot of complex designs I did like on my phone, just random places, cause you know my phone is handheld. I'm wherever I have like free time, this, that, and the third, I'm just drawing. So it's like that was like my comfort spot. You know what I'm saying? So when I got like the Apple Pen and the iPad, it's like it's not really pen and pencil either. So pen and paper, but it's like I feel like if you're more in tune with like the graphic design stuff or drawing, then definitely it's a great investment. Don't get me wrong.
How much is that shit?
Honestly, the pen is not that much, but the iPad Pro, which is like a lot of graphic design, like you need the Pro version if you like are a graphic designer or you work in like something field related to that. So I don't even know. Probably for like, I think they got the 128 gigs. Could be like $6.
Bro,
$6 is like 600.
For those of y'all not
Right.
from New York.
like you know, like I understand the pro or whatever, but that pen that should look like a big fucking DS stylus, my nigga. Like there's no way. And now that shit's like $150.
That's
Like
the
Now,
fact,
honestly, it's not that much. I think it was only like 55. I can't even lie. It wasn't that expensive. I was surprised too because I figured Apple would grease you.
Grease, right?
Yeah. For me, that's probably one of their cheapest products. But it's like you can't use the Apple Pen with your phone. That's how they get you. You feel me? So it's like you could buy a cheap ass Apple Pen and have the latest iPhone, but you still gotta buy the iPad to use it. So if you don't got an iPad,
You got the pen for nothing.
yeah,
It's
you got
just
the pen
sitting
for
there.
nothing. You know what I'm saying? So they know what they doing over there at Apple.
Cheapest iPad Pro on Apple right now is $800.
You see what I'm saying?
Shitting me? Like, before tax?
Yeah.
Man, apparently, as Money pointed out, I have the outdated Pro. 'Cause I don't have the charger on the other side. Like,
Yeah, nah.
like those small like shits. Like,
Oh, for your laptop? Yeah.
you know, like Apple like will just they'll create a problem and fix it like a year later.
Like, bro, I hate that I don't got... Well, I mean, it makes sense. Like, niggas, I guess, don't listen to CDs no more.
Yeah.
But I don't like that I don't got a CD port in my laptop. No
You've been holding on to a CD. You've been
Shit, I ain't gonna lie. I fuck with CDs.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
I fuck with CDs because I fake wanna. Well, in the future, it's gonna be a Cloopy the movie. You feel me? But I want that shit on a CD. Like, you
yeah,
feel me?
type
Like,
shit.
cause you know I still got all them old VHS shits from the crib. Like,
Right.
our kids not even gonna know about none of that shit.
Hell no.
I don't even know what's gonna be out, projectors and shit. But
She gonna be watching movies in your mind.
Yo, my
in
nigga.
your Scalati. That's AMC right there.
Close your eyes. and
Close your
think
eyes, bro.
yo, I don't even honestly.
Yeah.
I'm be one of them rogue niggas that ain't get no implants, none of that, cause you
I
feel me?
see it, yeah.
I farm and shit, so what the fuck you need me to do? Like, I
Right.
don't need you. You probably need me, cause in the future we probably gonna be in space and some shit. But
On some Wally type shit, like, no
Yeah,
cap,
no. Before we get too far from it, what would the Cloopy movie be? Like, what's the premise?
honestly, it would just be the introduction to Cloopy, cause I wouldn't say, unless like I'm talking to you, I wouldn't say you could easily understand what Cloopy is. You
Right.
feel me? Like even if I just say, like, hey, Cloopy is undefined, you're gonna be like, okay, there's a lot of things that's undefined. You know what I'm saying? But it's like, unless I sit down, explain it, break it down, the process, what it took me, you feel me? You're not gonna really understand that. And there's a lot of different components that involve Cloopy, because Cloopy is not just like my clothing brand.
Right.
I say it's like my way of life, how I think, how I move. So it's like I'll just introduce all those aspects of me, the brand, and like the people that helped me to come where I am right now.
What would it be like a recreating like the past? Or would you get someone like play like younger you, and like the whole like watching how it all forms? Like, that'd be
Honestly,
fun. That'd be dope.
That would be crazy, but I feel like for me to do that, I would have to be in the theaters. You know what I'm saying? Like
Type shit.
Warner Brothers gonna have to come to me like, yo, I want to be a Cloopy movie, But honestly, I'm gonna just start it off with me at this point, and just kind of like do my daily routine, kind of like what I do, cause I'm a chef.
Oh,
I work
word.
with plants. You feel me? So it's like I do graffiti, I do art. So it's like just introducing all those different aspects and just combining them and showing you what Cloopy is. You know what I'm saying?
No, that's amazing. Multi-disciplined.
Everybody we got on the show this season
Honestly,
like do multiple
dabble.
stuff. Like, yeah, everybody dabbles in mad shit. I think when I first like ever like found out who you were, like you was taking the cooking shit heavy, and I was just like, "Word."
You feel me?
Yeah. And then it just continues to transpire into more and different shit.
Yeah, cause honestly, I was working in kitchens before quarantine, but you know the restaurant business in New York not really the same right now.
Nah,
Yeah.
not at all. Not
Like,
at all.
I went out to eat for like the first time last night after
Really?
my photo shoot. Yeah, like I've been out to eat, but I mean like out to eat with like a group of people. I haven't done that all last year. Like, feel me? So I did that. It was chill. You feel me? But it was like
Yeah.
I used to really be back there, like, cause don't get me wrong, like I love cooking. Like I love like seeing people eat my food, interacting with the customers, shit like that. But it's like now I can't really do that because there's not that many open kitchens. Cause open concept kitchen is if the people, they could see you cooking their food in their restaurants. You know what I'm saying? So for me, that was like, yo, that's the wave, because I don't like to be set. You know, I don't like to be boxed in. Like if I gotta work and I can't see outside, like that bothers me. I'm not gonna lie. Like if I'm staring at four walls all day, that shit would drive me crazy. Like if I don't got a window or something, can't do it, because me and outside go hand in hand.
No, what do you like usually cook at the kitchen? Like what type of cuisine?
Yeah, so after my first year in Brockport, I came home. I was a special needs counselor for like 2 years, but I did that before I went to Brockport too. Like as a summer camp counselor, I worked special needs. So then, lo and behold, I found this program, and I ended up, my first kitchen job was at a ramen shop. So then I made ramen for like a year.
Oh, word.
Yeah. After that, I went to like sourdough pizza, sourdough bread. I did that for like a year too. After that, I think I went to Middle Eastern restaurant. Then I went to pastries. I've been all over.
Yeah.
I've been all over, but it's like, I was just me kind of like learning new skills. Because honestly, if you could go to culinary school, you can't really say you a chef until you have multiple disciplines. You know what I'm saying? Like, granted, there's like American cuisine, this, that, and cuisine, but like, and once you go to culinary school, they teach you French technique, because supposedly the French know how to cook.
Cook the best.
You know what I'm saying? But you know,
Wild tasting, like,
I'm Caribbean. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? I'm Caribbean, so I ain't even gonna lie. French can't really teach me more than what I already know. But that's a story for another day. That involves colonization and all that other shit. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, that's how I ended up with food. But working with food also helped me translate to my love of farming and working with plants. Because when you working in restaurants, you kind of get food delivery, shit like that. And it's like, yo, for me, the question was, yo, where's this shit coming from? You know what I'm saying? So it's like, I'm getting vegetables, but it's like, what farm did this vegetable come from?
Why you laughing now? You say bitch?
No, because it like, nah, not even like that. Cause like in my head, I was really about to like, cause as soon as you said it, I was like, you started saying farming and shit, and I like don't remember what nationality you are. I was like, is he Jamaican? And then you said it like that, and I was like, okay, yeah.
I'm not Jamaican though.
You're not?
Nah, my mother is from Barbados and my dad is from Grenada.
Wow.
But you know, I mean, it's, honestly, I don't really. Once Asian. You Caribbean, you Caribbean. You know what I'm saying? I see it like that. Granted, we have our little idiosyncrasies, but we all want people at the end of the day. And it's like, yeah, we lit. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to the Africans.
Yeah,
we are here too. Yeah, man. Nah, but
so how do you blend all of these things into like Cloopy, like gardening, chefing that up?
Honestly, Cloopy's like, it's like a finesse. Like, you can't really just, personally, that's why, like, even when I do photo shoots, like, I tell my models, like, yo, just come as you are, come as you want to drip. Because I don't like to force people into, like, into the mold, because I never like being into a mold myself.
Right.
So it's like, yo, Cloopy is, like, really about being yourself and really, like, styling it yourself, you know what I'm saying? So it's like, for me, when I'm in the kitchen, like, I'm trying to be the most stylish chef you ever seen, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm doing everything with a certain je ne sais quoi, shout out to the French. But, you know what I'm saying? And then, when I'm farming, when I'm working with plants, it's like, me just understanding, like, the ground, the earth, and what it entails. It's like, alright, now I get to make the best ingredients that I could use in my kitchen while I'm wearing my Cloopy shit. So, you know what I'm saying? It's like, all that kind of combines into understanding what Cloopy is and how I go about it.
Wow.
Well done. You know?
You know,
full circle. Not like that. I think it's beautiful that you were able to like continue doing that. And I know you mentioned graffiti. So with that being said, like, is that how the spray painting started getting incorporated into the brand?
It's a funny story about the spray paint. Honestly, before I even I was like growing up. My mother always told me like only gangsters could read graffiti. So I'm like,
only gangsters can read graffiti.
like
That's a new one.
yo,
yeah,
like
no, for real.
no, my mother's a crazy lady, but she's amazing too.
Felt.
But you know, shout out to her. But yeah, she told me only gangsters could read graffiti. So it was like in my mind, I'm like, huh? Like I could read that. You know what I'm saying? So it's like whatever. But fast forward, like I think I wanted to paint on clothing, but I didn't know how. Cause I never entered that realm before.
Right. Yeah.
And like I worked with like acrylic paint because I was just doing research, and then somehow some way like I was told like yo spray paint, you know, and then like it just kind of I can't even tell you how it happened. It just happened.
Like spray painting, like full on designs or like stenciling.
It's a lot of stenciling.
Yeah, I was about to say
I
you
could just
just
show you.
dead spray paints.
You
in.
feel me? So like, yeah,
Word.
it depends on like what I want to do. You know what I'm saying? So it's like this pants. It was like for like the Cloopy weekend in August that she was a part of. That was a mega weekend. Thank you for coming.
Yeah, no,
You know what I'm
thank you for having me.
And then also her shorts. That's like stencil work, but like
Yeah, it faded out over time because I watched
Yeah.
them. But
don't worry, I'll get you another picture.
I appreciate it because I really should.
Wow. It's funny because like, you know what's funny? I didn't even see that. Like, you sitting right next to me. I'm looking at the pants. Oh, you know, these are calm. You know, they don't really say much. And then you get up like, oh shit, the whole.
like.
You feel me? That's how I want Cloopy to be, cause it's like
Subtle but pops out.
yeah, it's subtle. You feel me? Cause it's like certain aspects. It's like, and like if you go on my website, I say Cloopy is a warning to those that's not on your wavelength. You know what I'm saying?
Mm.
So it's like a lot of people, they try to think you on your same wavelength as them, but then when you have certain conversations with them, y'all kind of see it like they mind out of line,
Right.
or like certain actions don't really match what they saying.
Right.
So it's like, for me, it's like people always gonna look at you from the front first, unless you like behind them or whatever the case may be. But more time, your front, people really judge your front. So whatever you thought about me from the front, once I turn around and leave, you're gonna either get, oh, that's wavy, I really thought so, or you're gonna get a fuck you because you thought I was something else. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So like that's how I want it to be, because a lot of times people like, it's hard not to judge nobody just because based off looks, that's what we as humans, that's just what we do. But it's like, once you really get to know people, sometimes you prove right, sometimes you prove wrong. So until you actually get to know the person, then that's what you do. But I'm not really a talker, so I explain myself through my art. So it's like, you gonna understand, like, if you don't like my pants, we probably won't be pretty cool, you know what I'm saying? But if you fuck with what I do, then you can already see it. So it's like, oh yeah, he's pretty cool.
I don't think a lot of people, especially a lot of, I would say, men in the city, don't keep an open mind to fashion, or like an open mind to just self-expression in certain ways. It's definitely like a mold, I feel like, that like we grow into, and then I actually feel like I'm starting to see a lot of people, especially with their own brands coming up, are starting to like break that
Fully out of the mold, yeah.
Yeah, I think it's because I wouldn't say like New York has that certain swag, but we do have a certain like swag, centralized swag, but then we also have a lot of people that are like uncentralized at the same time, even though they still from the same hood. Because it's like, a lot of times you have people that grow up together and just go totally two different ways. But it's like they literally still have the same mentality on how they approach different shit. It was just interested in different shit or exposed to other shit growing up, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
So it's like, you just gotta kinda, it's all the same mentality, it's just what we do behind it. Literally.
Yeah, no, that literally goes to the point I was talking to yesterday about, like, it's weird being from a city that, like, you can high-key see yourself doing so much, and, like, you see so many different kind of characters who, like, fit into so many different molds and so many different niches, but it's like growing up in certain hoods kind of restricts that mentality of being able to get outside that box.
Right.
Nah, and you could say it. The city's the flyest out. It's cool. You know,
Yeah.
I definitely. There's
Y'all-
no. I don't think there's a
even need to be
competition there.
said, like,
So you know, like
Los Angeles.
who's second?
Who's
No,
second?
I don't know. Maybe.
I mean, I feel like they do get like. I feel like a lot of waves come over there and come this way too. I do realize.
High key, I feel like right now is ADL.
I can't even jack that.
You can't jack ATL.
Can't jack that.
I feel like, in terms of culture, ATL got it.
Culture, sure.
Right now.
Clothing.
I mean,
I don't
honestly,
know.
New York 1, 2, and 3. I'll just leave it at that.
Yeah.
Brooklyn,
No.
Queens, and whoever else.
And whoever else. We give it to Harlem.
Oh,
You know
nah,
what I'm
yeah.
saying?
I mean,
Yeah.
Brooklyn,
Harlem.
Harlem, and Queens third. Then.
Yeah.
Damn, niggas left the Bronx to die.
No respect to the Bronx.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying?
Birthplace of
Well,
hip hop.
Yeah, right, but just Harlem, just the drip.
I
is
fuck with the
severe.
Bronx. Hey, man, I'm about to go to the Bronx right now.
Nah, G shit. But so in terms of rocking like fashion right now, like what are some of your inspirations?
Honestly, I can honestly say I don't really have inspirations. Like, I'm not gonna lie. Like, in high school, I definitely did. Like, shout out to ASAP. The mob, them niggas was crazy growing up. You know what I'm saying? So it's like that shit was intense in high school. Just watching them niggas just going from young niggas to just like where they at right now. That shit was lit. But it's like right now, honestly, I don't really look at nobody in terms of fashion, cause personally, I'm the Cloopiest. So you know what I'm saying? But like, honestly, I don't even wear fashion like that. Like, I'll just buy some cheap ass pants, whatever the case may be, and I'm gonna spray paint them. Like, I only wear Cloopy clothes. Like, if it's not my brand, I'm probably not gonna wear it. Or if it's not like a friend's brand, I'm probably not gonna wear it. Like, and that's just me. And like, I'm gonna compete with the Mondum that's in their Marys, or no disrespect to you, but it's like, I'm just trying to promote myself, and I'm still drip just as much as you, or even better in my head. But you know what I'm saying? That's that.
Yo, 100%. I feel like that's how it should be. Like, tapping into black-owned designers, black-owned brands is really big this year. Or just in general, I feel like that's something that I'm trying to practice. And I feel like, I feel like wearing your own brand, especially if you are like the mind behind the brand, that just makes. Why would I wear something else? You know what I'm saying? Like,
Literally be the walking brand. Like,
yeah,
you know.
because I feel like when you wear clothes, like your body, unbeknownst to you, becomes a billboard. You're a walking billboard for whatever brand, logo, or alignment that you're putting yourself to. Because you're coveting yourself in that shit. So I feel like it only makes sense that you wear your own. You know what I'm saying? Like.
Oh, thank you.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, you know what's crazy? As I'm in the Uber here, I seen like a group of kids. They were probably like 17, 18, but they showing a music video, and that shit just made me smile.
On the corner, it was on all black.
Yeah, that shit was fire. I'm like, yo, they just having fun, like wilding. You feel me? I'm like, yo, honestly, like that's the way of the world right now. Like, if you're not doing like working, I'm not saying everybody's work is different. So, even if you reading a book, that's work. Because you're expanding your mind, and it could be on any topic, but you feel me? If you're not working towards something or trying to accomplish something, then I don't really know, man.
I don't know what you're doing.
I can't be around you. That's all I'm gonna say.
Right.
Can't be around you.
What are some exciting things you're looking forward to this year working with Cloopy?
Honestly, shit, yeah, Cloopy the movie gonna be one. I just did a photo shoot Friday and Saturday. Can't wait to get back the pics from those. Shit's is crazy. Friday's photo shoot was a pajama set, spray paint, and yesterday's shoot was Cloopy crew necks, embroidery. So it's gonna be this design, but embroidered on.
Ooh, embroider.
Yeah, once you said embroidery, you kind of got me there.
These sticklers for embroiders over here. Not gonna lie.
Pastels, them joints is hard. I ain't gonna lie. Like, yeah, them joints just hard.
I want you to know also, you got a real like family brand. My mom loves this shirt. Like, I literally put this shit on at home. My mom was like, and my mom saw the like reflective, and she was like, "Oh, that's a nice shirt." And I said, "Thanks." I was like, "Yeah, I did a whole photo shoot for it."
Is that 3M?
Yeah, that one's 3M. Honestly, like, shout out to my boy Los Race. You feel me? Long story short, during quarantine, my old manager at my ramen shop, he hit me up like, yo, I'm trying to do a photo shoot. Because, you know, it was the way of the world. And he had, you know, the Malcolm X looking out the window with
the gun.
Yeah, you feel me? He made that shirt for the photo shoot. And I'm like, nah, this shit is so hard. Like, honestly, that shit was so hard. That's probably my favorite flick in Malcolm X, though. But, so we did a photo shoot in that. And I asked him, yo, who did his shirt? And he was like, yo, my son I grew up with, I'm going to connect you. But my boy Los, he from the Bronx too. That's why, you feel me? I fuck with the Bronx.
Heavy.
You feel me? So it's like, we came in contact. Our mind just melded. And he been just finessing my designs for me. Just like, cause I ain't gonna front, this is called vinyl. So vinyl clothing is, a lot of people don't want to do multiple colors in vinyl. Cause it takes a while. And it takes a lot of steps and it takes a lot of skill. But my boy Los, he's skilled.
He got it like that.
Yeah, he got it like that, you feel me? So, if you need custom drip, hit up my son Los.
That might have to be a go because.
Yo, lingo.
Yeah.
Shit,
right.
I was telling niggas I need a Cloopy rug. I ain't gonna front. This shit too fire.
Bro, the rug game is.
Yeah, I told him about the international shipping already. I was like, your shit came from Indonesia.
Fucking international shipping, my nigga. We gotta talk to somebody about that.
Yo, I ain't gonna. Yeah, Alibaba international shipping. Shit's be like $2 for a fucking sweater. Shipping is that like $150.
Bro, cause
yo,
it's exporting and all the economic bullshit, bro.
So y'all trying to create an international shipping company? What's the word? Black owned.
Right, yo, somebody that has
honestly,
shit, bro.
We're gonna have to do something with that.
Bro, as soon as one of these rappers like, listen, I'm gonna use my Lear to deliver shit from like Istanbul to New York. That shit gonna cost you 60 beans. Fuck with me.
I ain't gonna front. I need
business.
to touch Istanbul, so when you gonna be my tour guide, please?
For what?
What you mean? The spice market in Istanbul crazy. They
right.
They got one of the biggest spice markets in the world.
Saffron.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like,
I got you now.
And baklava got my heart. I ain't gonna lie.
Yo, that shit crack. Crack. All right, wait. We got on a tangent. Embroidery. There we go.
Embroidery.
That's what we're working with this year. Cool.
Yeah. So basically, like, I needed some drip for the professionals. You know, I got a lot of friends that's going into like a professional line of work, whether it be corporate, doctors, engineers, whatever the case may be. So I needed something that they could wear to work. You know what I'm saying? So everything, it could be loud, but it could be subtle. You know what I'm saying? So it's like embroidery is the perfect thing because it's like, that's a drip fit. You know what I'm saying? But it's like, oh, that's a nice sweater, but it's subtle. Like, you gonna see the design because it's like, I ain't never seen no shit like that before. You know what I'm saying? And they got specially custom MBCSM. And MBCSM is a branch of Cloopy. I wouldn't even say it's a branch of Cloopy, but it really explains Cloopy. It means nobody could stop me club or nobody could style me. You feel me? So it's like, if you get styled by somebody, shout out to the people that are stylists. Y'all do y'all thing. But personally, I don't need no stylist.
Interesting. It's funny because we had a stylist on episode 2 for part 2. I think that's episode 7 in military.
Yeah.
But yeah, I was about to ask you, like, what do you see like the importance of like stylists in the fashion industry, or like do you see them as people that like, because you know there's people that style like within for personal clients, and I feel like there's the ones that like work in-house type shit.
Now, honestly, styling is very important because stylists have the skill and the art to put shit together when other people can't. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
But I also feel like if you're not, I also see it as styling is you giving somebody a piece of you, because it's a piece of your mind and something of that nature. That's why I don't style people, because I never want people to look like me. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, regardless, we can have the same piece of clothing, but it's gonna look totally different on everybody. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, you gotta know what works for you and what doesn't. But stylists are very important. Don't get me wrong.
Is there any way you can style and have the person not look like you? Like you're giving them like, I think this will like work best on you, or is it like inherently like you know it's good for yourself and that's the best way?
Oh no, definitely. But that's what I'm saying. That's the job of a stylist. You know what I'm saying? I don't see myself as a stylist, so it's like
Right.
I don't even want to venture into that realm. That's why when everybody, you can ask any model I've worked with within ever. Like I always tell them, they always ask me, "Yo, what's the look you going for?" I'll give them the general look. I won't give them. I'll give them probably what color they wearing, and that's it. Other than that, you could choose your own sneaker, choose your own hair, choose your own makeup, no makeup, whatever it is. I just want you to be comfortable enough that once you get in front of the camera, you're going to feel like I'm that person. You know what I'm saying?
And you just make it work for your photo shoots? I'm trying to
Yeah,
think
no,
like...
it was a head buzz.
Yeah.
I'll tell you, it was a head buzz, bro. Because when I initially got hit up, because the photo shoot took a long time to actually get into fruition, because there was like shit going on. But when I was originally hit up about it, it was off a realm of an all natural photo shoot, like no makeup, no nothing. So I was like, alright, cool. And then when it comes time for photo shoot, like I want to tell you, like 4 months later, he was like, yeah, do whatever you want. I said, what? Because now I was sitting there and I was like, bro, I don't even know what to do. And then he tweaked me out because I was supposed to be wearing black. I got there, he gave me green. I said, wait.
Yeah.
I said, okay, at least I didn't do nothing crazy with my makeup. You tweaked me out with that one. But, nah, like, usually photo shoots and shit, like, people will tell you, like, I want you to, or you'll get there and they'll figure out, they'll finesse the hair and makeup, whatever.
Right.
But nah, it was like, do whatever you want. And I got there, and the 2 shorties that I shot with also, looked completely different. And I was like, this is tough. I like this. I like that everybody really put their, like, it was easy for everybody to put their own finesse on shit because everybody came literally as they were. So, like, the reason you do it translates. Like, it communicates because it's like, it was good to get there and just, like, none of us looked the same. None of us had the same makeup. We knew what was best for us, so we came however we wanted to come, and it was fire.
Like my biggest problem with the fashion industry right now is trying to conform everybody. You know what I'm saying? Like I always had a lot of female friends growing up, so I always was in tune with like female body images and like how they perceive themselves and like how all like the skinny model look. So it was like for me, it was like, listen, I'm a regular person. Like, I'm not nothing crazy, nothing like that, you know what I'm saying? And, like, I'm working with regular people, too. So, I don't need nobody to feel like they gotta fit a certain image. Or,
Right.
like, I oftentimes when I hit up people, they're like, oh, I'm not a model, you feel me? I'm like, listen, you don't have to be a model to take a picture. You are my model. There's a difference, you know what I'm saying? Like, if you model in my brand, you're a Cloopy model. I'm not asking you, feel me? This is not Vogue, this not none of that, you feel me? I don't even care what they do over there, honestly, because personally, I feel like what they do over there, it caused a lot of problems for a lot of young females growing up, you know what I'm saying? So it's like, for me, I also do have a lot of model friends that it's like, yo, they got a strict diet, this, that, and the third, and it's like, yo, bro, you cannot, me personally, you can't live like that. I feel like you need like 3 square meals a day. I eat. People tell me I'm skinny, that's my metabolism. But at the end of the day, I do a lot of activities too. Because I skate miles a day. I work out, you feel me? If I'm not working out, because I do get lazy, I'm making sure, like, if I'm working with plants or I'm on the farm, I'm lifting shit. Like, you feel me? I stay active. So, honestly, you got to know, like, what you do, know your body type, eat healthy, eat right. Because if you telling me you, like, you about to get McDonald's, then you about to get Chipotle. I'm just throwing shit out there. If you like Chipotle, if you like McDonald's, don't get me wrong, do your thing. Everybody deserves to eat a little something. That's also in your budget range, because, you feel me?
You should be adding up.
Yeah, you feel me? Do your thing. But it's like, there's also ways to avoid that. Like, you could literally buy pasta, chicken, and cook pasta and chicken.
A lot of people don't know
2 different ways.
What to do with that shit.
3 different ways and have a different meal with the same ingredients every night. You know what I'm saying? So it's like that's why I say I don't like to close nobody in, because at the end of the day, everybody's an individual. Everybody thinks differently. Everybody acts differently. So I know already that everybody's gonna look different.
Right.
And it's my job to put it together as the CEO, creative director, whatever you want to put me as. Like, it's my job to make sure that once we all together in the room, I say, all right, cool. You're going to look good with her or you're going to look good with him, and we're going to put it together. I want this scene, I want that scene. So I already know that was my thought process. Like, I like putting things together. Like, a lot of times, if people see this pants and what's behind my pants and what I'm wearing right now, they're like, oh, nah, this fit cannot match. Well, guess what? I'm wearing it, and it's matching. So, like, you feel me? Like, that's just what I do.
You know, I'm untouchable. I'm unfuckwittable.
Yeah, shit.
Feel me? Like, hey, man, everybody has they knack. Everybody has they thing. So, it's like, you just got to know what you do and really finesse it. Like, y'all doing y'all podcast and y'all finessing it. You know what I'm saying? And me, personally, like, I'm not a talker, so I would never sit here and say, like, I'm going to create a podcast. You feel me? Like, a lot of people just do shit because they think it's easy. They see other people doing it, and, like, they see where they're going with it. You feel me?
Right.
But they don't realize, like, they gotta sit down, edit these videos. Editing is a bitch. Yo. I give it up to all y'all that edit videos. I swear to y'all, editing is a bitch.
OD.
And then they gotta create content. They gotta contact people. Gangsta, I was late. You feel me? So they gotta deal with all that too. And I know, like, there's a whole bunch of shit. You feel me? Because models always late too. That's why I always make sure I have a black people time frame. I want to call it. I give people 4 hours. I probably have 2 people for a 4-hour shoot. Probably not, but 4 to 6 people for a 4-hour shoot. You feel me? We not gonna be taking pictures for 4 hours, cause granted, I'm gonna get like 200, 500 pictures within 2 hours. You feel me? But I know shit happens. Hair, makeup, and females are real particular once they get in front of the camera. So it's like me. I've been in front of the camera for a while because I grew up with, like, my friends, they photographers. So it's like we gonna practice, you feel me? And I'm going to be in front of their camera. So it's like I got accustomed to being in front of the camera. So me, I don't even have a haircut right now, and I just did 2 photo shoots. It's like, you feel me? That don't mean nothing to me. You know what I'm saying? Like, I want to show people that you can still be yourself no matter what stage you in. You know what I'm saying? Like, and you just gotta do your thing.
Shit, after quarantine, a little fucked up beard. I can fly. We all been through it. We all had our...
I was thinking about you during quarantine.
Bro, G shit, son.
Yeah.
I went through months while getting a haircut, bro. Now, I see my hairline a little... it's fine. I'm outside. Like,
I'm outside. He's got shit to do.
Nah, bro. I can't let that shit fuck me up at all. But I definitely do believe, for the photo shoot got coming.
Yo, can I ask y'all a question?
What's up? Go ahead.
How quarantine? Let's talk about quarantine. Like, how did that affect y'all, or like, what did it do to the podcast? You know what I'm saying?
It was a head buzz because we left for spring break. I went on a trip and then went back to the city early because I was like, what the fuck going on in the world? He stayed at Syracuse.
Yeah.
Till May.
For a bit. No. Yeah.
Right.
I went to. Well, I think while you were gone, I was in Miami.
And then you went back to Q's.
Yeah, I went back to Q's.
I went back to the city.
Yeah, back to the city same day.
And I remember we were just on FaceTime a lot. And I remember I told him, I was like, yo, bro, we gotta make this work.
Yeah.
We gotta do something. So we got on IG Live every week for what, I want to say a month or a month and a half. Like, we was getting busy on IG Live, no cap. It was a fun time. We was on there for an hour. It was like we were doing our radio station again. It was dope because, like, we were able to... I loved being on live for the sole purpose of, like... We couldn't really do guests like that because he had to, like... I had to, like, request to go live with the lingo type shit, so we already had 2 people. But we couldn't, like... It was great because even though we couldn't have guests, like, everybody that was tuned in was writing shit in the comments.
Yeah.
So, like, we had shit to talk about. Like, we always had a list of topics before every live. Like, okay, we have a Google Doc, like, that's shared. This is what's going on in the world. This is what we want to talk about. And then the whole time we would be talking, niggas would just be saying shit in the comments and be like, all right, that's something else to touch on. So it was good. And then we stopped doing that. I guess once quarantine, like, settled in. Like,
y'all not leaving.
Like, y'all dead ass staying in the fucking crib. Like, that's when we stopped. I think you had moved into your mom's by then.
Yeah.
So he was, he was staying at his mom's crib with his girl at the time, and I was at home, and the podcast pretty much took a break all of that time, because I want to say from like May to August, right?
Pretty much, yeah. Then we started recording again with Malik.
Yeah, in like late July,
Yeah.
like mid July, late July, we started recording, and our first episode was out on the Floss actually, and it was dope. It was like.
Whoa.
It was like it was like getting back to that, and it was tough because we finally had like a resident photographer, because it was really just me and him figuring everything out, and I think quarantine really made me and him get on a track of like, one, we want more people on our like cast and crew, because when it's just me and him, like, I love this man, like he's my best friend, but me and him have like an issue where it's like, if one of us is not putting the fire under the other person's ass, we'll both just get lost in our own shit, or like get lost in the sauce. And it's like, it's a trait that we both know like we have. So it's like, like most like good friendships are built on like opposites. Like that's the motivator, and that me and him kind of like both mellow. So it's like we had to take the break that the lingo needed for us to like, get motivated again. And then from mid-July, it's been foot on the gas, no breaks.
Yeah.
I ain't gonna front. Cloopy had that's about the same story. I ain't gonna lie. Like, yeah, quarantine started. I was working in a restaurant not too far away from here. Yeah, that's like down the block, Synchria. I ain't gonna lie, I fake hated it. It was a cool restaurant. Don't get me wrong, but like I just stopped smoking. I was aggy all the time.
How long have you been now that you haven't been smoking?
No, Zaza.
Whole last year. That ass.
Good tea break.
Whole last year.
The next one gonna bust you. Bust you, bro.
Yo, a whole last year, you feel me? So it's like, I just stopped smoking. Quarantine happened. I'm real aggy. I can't leave the crib. Like, my parents just on it. Like, oh, thank God you stopped smoking. This and the third. So it's just like a whole lot of shit going on. You feel me? I'm like, alright, damn. Like, what the fuck I'm about to do now? You feel me? Shit, I don't even know. Like, I'm just thinking, I'm just cooling. Like, skating, clearing my mind. Shout out to Lil Uzi, because he dropped his album during quarantine. That shit was a head buster. That shit was fake fire. But, yeah, then I said, honestly, I just gotta just do shit. You feel me? So then I just started planning photo shoots. Yeah, you feel me? Like, when everything settled out. Because it's like, now I'm finna just let Cloopy, like, die out. You feel me?
Right.
Like, I need content. I need something. So, honestly, I wasn't even planning on, like, releasing nothing like that. I just wanted to, like, have content going. Because, honestly, I already knew people was at home. Everybody on their phone.
Yeah.
So, I knew once I dropped content, people was gonna see it. So, I dropped shit. I did the first Cloopy weekend. And, like, I don't even know what that was. August, July, some shit. Then it just kept going. And I just said, honestly, this shit is lit. Like,
right.
Hold on, I probably got something going on right now. You feel me? So then, yeah, it took me, like, I really had to sit down and just, like, I wouldn't say rethink, but just, like, revamp. Like, you doing Cloopy, or just, like, get in tune. You feel me? And just, like, show the people what Cloopy really is. And that was
100%.
lit.
So for this year, well, I guess you said like working on your embroidery, but like in terms of like a activation or like an event like Cloopy weekend, like what is the follow up?
Honestly, I'm probably gonna go on I wouldn't say a little break, but I'm gonna go back to the drawing board for a little bit.
Figure some shit out.
Yeah, after I drop some shit, but I'm definitely doing a Cloopy pop-up shop in the summer again. Oh yeah, the first Cloopy pop-up shop was last summer too. That shit was crazy. Masked up, temperature checks at the door, but that shit was still lit. You feel me?
Alright.
Shout out to those organizers over there.
Hopefully that shit's even more lit this year.
Yeah, like I'll probably drop the movie at the pop-up shop, so it's gonna be like a movie screening / pop-up shop. So, shit, stay tuned.
Okay, that's fire.
Good looking.
That's really fire, son.
No, yeah. I think so okay, sorry, I lost my train of thought for a second. All right, pop up shop. How did you did you like get contacted about the pop up shop last summer or
Yeah, I definitely did. So somebody I went to high school with, she has a brand called Bed-Stuy Body Bar. So she's located in this area, and she was really the organizer for that pop-up shop. So then she hit me, a couple other people, and it was like, yo, trying to do a pop-up shop. And honestly, like, I was thinking, like, if I should double it or not, because I didn't want to, like, not have, like, product, like, basically, just nerves, the jitters, like, it's your first pop-up shop, like, what if people don't come out, like, what if your table just
support.
dry, what I'm saying? So it's like, damn, it's just a lot of shit that entailed, because then you have to get shopping bags, I had to start learning the POS system, accept credit cards, but, all that good shit, but I made it happen. Shout out to the people that came, supported me, supported the event. It was crazy because I ain't gonna front. It was me and my sis Gail. We was gonna do the pop-up shop together. My cousin slid through. Shout out Michelle. My man Jay Sean slid through. And it was that ass at the table selling shit for me. Like, you feel me? It's like people just coming through. They introducing Cloopy more than I am. You feel me?
Right.
And it's like, yo, that's just like real shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, so it's like even like my nerves. You feel me? I'm not a talker, so like a certain point, I just wanted to go skate. I skated around the block, and they still at the table selling shit for me. So you know what I'm saying? That shit was just lit. So it was like it allowed people to see like my art, like what I really do. Cause you need a tablecloth for your table. Cause if you don't want a dry ass table, so I just spray painted some canvas. I threw it over. I got it hanging up in my room just as a reminder of shit I do. And then I had spray painted bags. I was just giving out Cloopy stickers to everybody that even if you're not buying something, you gonna get something. You know what I'm saying? Like just giving out Cloopy stickers. And like the stickers got a crazy ass reception. I ain't even gonna lie. So it's like
everybody those stickers.
You know what I'm saying?
Shit.
Honestly, I wish I brought some.
Right, nah.
But don't worry, y'all gonna get some. Trust me.
And you got a sticker too. Before you leave, man.
Just I ain't gonna front. Just let me know y'all sizes. Let's include all four of you guys. Just let me know your sizes. I'll get you some tees.
Yo,
I got you.
Sponsored by Cloopy.
No, for real. Nah, I made sure throw on the fit. I was like, wait. I was like, this is one of my favorite. This shirt is dumb comfortable. I'm not gonna hold you. Like the actual material of the shirt, yeah, I support people off strength of supporting people, but then I'm also just I like when I can support people that have good shit. You know what I'm saying? Because then I could just consistently support you because I'm like, wow, your shit's actually good. Nah, but with that being said, we're wrapping up to the last segment of the episode, which is Lingo Talk with the Lingo. And with that being said, we ask every guest that comes on to let us know what their favorite slang lingo term is from wherever they're from.
I got yours early, which is funny enough.
I think I got it too. I got something, at least, that you say often already, but I'm going to let you tell me.
Damn.
Yeah.
What's my favorite lingo? I ain't gonna front. I'm from the floor, so it's I fake Jack. We create lingo. But, that's
the floors?
Hey, man. You create lingo. You know what I'm saying? So.
There ain't much to do out there. You gotta do something.
Hey, I ain't even listen. Floor's lit in the summertime. We throw the best parties.
Absolutely.
No, 100%. Best backyard fence I've ever been to has been in the floors.
But what's my favorite lingo? Honestly, I don't even know. What y'all think my favorite lingo is?
Well, one that I got early.
It's loopy. Yeah.
Well, that's one. But one I got that you say often, I don't even think you realize you say it often, is this, that, and the third.
That's a fact.
You said it a couple times during the interview. I was like, huh. I wonder if he knows he says that a lot.
It's also facts, cause you feel me. You can't deny facts. So if shit is facts, it's facts, and Cloopy's a fact.
That's it. You gonna leave us with facts?
Facts.
Facts. Alright, word. That works for me. But with that being said, y'all, it's your homie ATM.
And it's your boy O.
And And we are the Lingo Baby. Zach, thank you for coming through. Thank you for promoting your brand. Thank you for being yourself.
Thank you for having me. Shit.
And yo, stay up, be easy.
Always gonna keep it Cloopy on these
type shit, and tune in next time.
Yes, sir.
Peace.